Welcome back. We're at the top of your half hour again. Let's get another check of our weather with meteorologist Taylor Caduce. And you know what, Taylor? I know we had a chance of having that high country snow back, I want to say maybe a week ago or so, but we're talking snow today, but no chances of snow, even in the high country.
Yeah, it's going to be warm across the board today. We're going to be wishing it was snowing because it's going to be hot this afternoon.
Can't it snow in the middle of summer every once in a while?
I know, that'd be nice, right? A nice little refresher. No, I don't think that'll be coming anytime soon for us here in western Colorado, especially today where our highs are looking like they'll be the warmest we've seen so far this year, climbing to the mid to upper 90s in a few locations. We do have some windy conditions to talk about as we head towards our Thursday and Friday, and we'll break down those details coming up in just a few minutes. Corey?
The approval of the July 15th cutoff date when a child must be 5 years old to enter kindergarten has some families scrambling for different options this year. So community organizations are providing something unique for students who didn't make that date. News Channel 5 reporter Angelo Vargas joins us now live at the Math and Science Center with all the details on this program. Good morning, Angelo.
Good morning, Corey. Some students in school District 51 may have a chance to test back into kindergarten or join a new program for the year. Now, District 51 officials say they believe some students are ready for kindergarten before July 15th. As a result, they are providing a kindergarten readiness assessment test to see if they are ready. And if they don't pass, the John McConnell Math and Science Center is offering a new science program for those students that just missed the kindergarten cutoff date. The program consists of hands-on activities learning basic science skills.
With physics, and then we'll move into states of matter, and then after that it'll be, I believe, a focus on sunshine and its effects on people, the planet.
The class consists of two 18-week semesters, and they will only be enrolling 25 students for each semester. For more information, call the number on the screen. Now, the two testing dates for the kindergarten readiness assessment test will be on July 14th and August 1st at the Emerson Building in Grand Junction. Now, educators also say that there are about 130 eligible students for this new science program. And if you want more information about testing for D51, head to our web channel at krextv.com. Reporting live in Grand Junction, I'm Angelo Vargas with News Channel 5.
Angelo, thank you very much. And Colorado is clear on who will face off against one another in the November election. Primary races are over, and we have the unofficial results for a few Western Slope candidates, as well as statewide battles. It looks like Steve King is the clear chosen candidate to represent the Republican Party for the Mesa County Sheriff race. He took in about 69% of the vote, with John Pennington receiving 28.6% in support. News Channel 5 spoke with both candidates. Here are their reactions.
Mesa County is very well known for its common sense, and what you see here is the common sense of wanting someone that has 32 years plus of law enforcement experience running your sheriff's department.
It's disappointing, but you know, we're going to sally forward, and I want to first of all thank my wonderful wife. I want to thank all of my great supporters and all the people that donated to the cause and put in their time, money, and effort for this.
Pennington says he's going to take a break from politics and regroup after seeing the election results. And although there's no county sheriff challenger from the Democratic side, Steve King says anything can happen between now and November, and the fight is not over yet. For District 55 state representative, the Republican candidate nominee will be Dan Thurlow. He received almost 55% of the vote to Steve Okrefeska's 40.6%. Thurlow will now face Democrat Chris Kennedy this coming November for the District 55 seat. We spoke with Thurlow about last night's big win.
This is my first venture in a political race, so I don't have a good thing to compare it with. I just know I went out and tried to do everything I could and do the best I could, and that's what I'll try to do as a state legislature.
Meanwhile, Bob Beaupre will be the Republican challenging Governor John Hickenlooper in November. He has a little more than 30% of the vote. Congressman Tom Tancredo has 26.6%, and Colorado Secretary of State received about 23% of the vote. And former State Senate Minority Leader Mike Kopp received about 19.8%. And here are the three candidates competing for their party's nomination for the Congressional District 3 seat. Abel J. Tapia is the only one on the Democrat ticket, so he will move on to the general election in November. Two-term Congressman Scott Tipton has essentially won the Republican nomination, defeating Tea Party activist David Cox by a 3-to-1 margin. We spoke with both men. Congressman Tipton's office told us over the phone that he looks forward to continuing his work and serving his constituents in the 3rd Congressional District. This is what Cox had to say.
To come out like I have in my campaign and call out the very core of our system, that being the financial system, being criminal and unlawful, as well as the executive's unlawful and illegal war making, you know, to have 27% of the people recognize the validity of my argument, I'm very, very happy for that.
And now for a look at candidates for the Board of Education District 3 seat. Henry Roman, who served as the superintendent for various schools ranging from rural to big city, gets the Democratic nomination. As for the Republican nomination, Barbara Ann Smith, a retired educational professional, and Marcia Neal, who currently holds the title, were battling it out. As of right now, Neal will keep her title. She received 49.6% of the vote. Smith had about 35%. And meanwhile, authorities are searching for a suspect involved in a shooting that took place this past Sunday. Delta police issued a warrant for 30-year-old Roberto Nieto of Delta. Nieto is described as 5 feet 1 inch tall, 200 pounds, with black hair and brown eyes. He's wearing glasses and has several tattoos on his arms, chest, and throat. Nieto is wanted for alleged felony menacing, possession of a weapon by a previous offender, and reckless endangerment. Now, he's believed to be armed and dangerous. If anyone has information about his whereabouts, they're asked to call Delta Police at 970-874-7676.
News Channel 5 weather.
And now another check-in with meteorologist Taylor Knus in our weather world this morning. Hey, Taylor.
Good morning, Corey. As we mentioned, it's going to be a hot one for our Wednesday. We did have a couple of clouds lingering during the overnight hours thanks to those showers that developed yesterday afternoon and evening. But here's the picture that Sky 5 picked up on earlier this morning. A beautiful sunrise and just those few lingering clouds pushing off towards the east of the Grand Valley. And it looks like those will continue to dissipate or push east of the entire western slope as we head through the remainder of our morning. And certainly by this afternoon, we're looking at mostly clear skies. Here's a look at that satellite picture once again. Again, just a few clouds riding along the I-70 corridor, and we've seen those really dissipate over the past couple of hours as well. So all in all, a fairly mild start to our day. Once again in Grand Junction, currently at 60 degrees, 59 in Montrose, and a bit chillier near Rifle with the current temperature of 50 degrees. Now it's going to be very warm today, 76 degrees by 9 a.m. under, again, sunny skies. Winds won't be helping us out much with just light winds out of the west this afternoon at 5 miles per hour. By the noon hour, we'll be at 85 degrees, and we are climbing well into the 90s this afternoon and staying put there by 6 p.m. Well, full details of just how hot it is going to get here in Grand Junction coming up later on in my full forecast. Corey?
And making political news around the nation, voters in 6 states went out Tuesday for primary elections with Tea Party candidates looking to make more gains. CBS's Susan McGinnis has the story from Washington.
6-term Mississippi Republican Senator Thad Cochran beat out Tea Party rival Chris McDaniel after a tight and bitter race.
It's a group effort. It's not a solo. And so we all have a right to be proud.
76-year-old Cochran emerged the winner after targeting Democrats and African-American voters. McDaniel was surprised and angry.
There is something a bit unusual about a Republican primary that's decided by liberal Democrats.
The Tea Party was on a roll when a little-known challenger defeated House Majority Leader Eric Cantor earlier this month. But Tuesday's primaries didn't go as well as hoped for the group. The Tea Party suffered another loss in an Oklahoma Senate primary where 2-term Congressman James Lankford captured more than 50% of the vote against several opponents, including T.W. Shannon, who argued Lankford was not conservative enough. Lankford is looking to replace retiring Senator Tom Coburn.
The conservative solutions that we bring are not for a certain group. They actually work in every place in our nation.
In New York, Democratic Congressman Charlie Rangel declared victory over State Senator Adriano Espaillat before the race was even called. He's now looking to secure a 23rd term. Susan McGinnis, CBS News, Washington.
The New York Times and Associated Press both consider the Rangel case too close to call. We have more news coming your way this morning, including kids competing in a golfing qualifier, and the Chamber of Commerce teams up with KREX for an after-hours event. Stick with us. Today's
This top story comes from Colorado's #1 Chevy dealer, Ed Bozarth, Mark Miller Chevrolet Buick.
Hi, I'm Kent Bozarth. At Ed Bozarth, Mark Miller Chevrolet Buick, you'll find everyday great values on Colorado's largest selection of new Chevrolets. This month, lease a new 2014 Chevrolet Cruze for just $99 a month.
Plus, you'll get 2 years, 24,000 miles, scheduled maintenance thanks to Chevrolet Complete Care.
Hurry in to Ed Bozarth, Mark Miller Chevrolet Buick, 2595 Highway 6 and 50. Thank you.
Next, Dr. Phil, teen mom Amber Portwood.
She was sentenced to go to rehab, but chose a prison sentence instead.
Now out on parole and on stage with Dr. Phil.
This is actually my first time on stage sober, so I'm really nervous.
The reality star finally comes clean.
You were high in rehab. You were high while you were shooting the show.
Every time you see me on that show, I am high.
A Dr. Phil exclusive.
You tried to take your own life. Did you really want to die?
I didn't care.
Today at 3 on News Channel 5.
CBS Tonight.
Hello, Father.
Hello, Mother.
Look at me, I'm
On Big Brother.
It's a show that's
entertaining.
It's got fighting, lying,
crying, and complaining.
There'll be blind sides,
Competitions,
some backstabbing,
double evictions.
I just hope I'm
not ejected.
But like they say, always expect the unexpected.
Julie Chen hosts the Big Brother 2-night premiere event starting CBS Tonight.
Welcome back. Dozens of Western Slope kids headed out to Lincoln Park Golf Course to participate in the drive, chip, and putt qualifier to show off their golfing skills. The kids were placed in age groups and tested on driving, chipping, and putting. The top 3 qualifiers in each age division will now go on to the Front Range, while they will compete for a chance to go to nationals in Kansas City.
Hard competition, but it's good competition and good practice for us.
Well, this is the first time we've ever had a local qualifier in Grand Junction, and you know, the drive, chip, and putt is just kind of gaining traction. It's been over the last couple years, and so we're excited to, you know, hopefully, you know, kind of build on this and keep getting more kids each year and an opportunity to get to Augusta National.
41 kids of all ages participated in yesterday's event. And attention cyclists of all levels, today is Mesa County's Bike to Work Day. Everyone in the Grand Valley is encouraged to attend, and if you do, there's even free breakfast. Officials have been at City Hall as early as 6:30 this morning. Now the event ends at 9 a.m. Starting around 7:45, about 100 county employees will ride from Community Services campus all the way to City Hall in downtown Grand Junction. Now, if you aren't planning to bike to work, there is a chance it might affect your morning commute, so just a heads up, be on the lookout. Meanwhile, Montrose is also participating in Bike to Work Day. Cyclists can stop by the Great Harvest Bread Company between 6:30 and 8:30 this morning. The store is located at the corner of East Main Street and Uncompahgre Avenue in downtown Montrose for free bagels, coffee, juice, and donuts, as well as fruit. For more information, go to bikeleague.org. There was a party going on at KREX to celebrate our 60th year of broadcasting. Last night was the monthly business after hours event associated with the Grand Junction Chamber of Commerce. Now, this event is held on the last Tuesday of each month. It brings in business leaders to our area to network, relax, and enjoy some great food. And most importantly, to build relationships to strengthen our area when it comes to economy and growth. A few hundred people stopped by to enjoy. Thanks for waking up with us this morning. Don't go anywhere. We've got meteorologist Taylor Knuston and your complete weather forecast when we return.
New technology at the Frame Depot lets customers see what their order looks like before it gets framed.
It allows us to take a picture of your art, and we can actually show you on the camera what it's going to look like.
What real customers are saying.
Being able to see it at the counter and know what the final result is going to be, it's great.
I could visualize the complete picture, and I've never been able to do that before until I actually saw the finished product. So it's phenomenal.
The Frame Depot, next to Sam's Club on Bogart Lane.
Natural gas can help us reduce our carbon footprint. We need natural gas, and fracking helps us get it.
It's tried and true. Fracking has a 60-year track record here. We've got some of the toughest regulations and enforcement you'll find anywhere.
Environmentalists can turn Colorado into a national model, not by banning fracking, but by making it as good as we can.
I agree, Roy. It's time for all of us to come together on fracking. It really works for Colorado.
Having a company meeting today and need to order lunch in? Call Papa Kelsey's for authentic Italian pizzas, calzones, and subs on fresh-made bread. Instead of ordering the same old thing for an office lunch, impress everyone with an executioner, Godfather, or Italian job. If you don't know what these are, then you don't know what you're missing. Just call your order in by 10 a.m. and we'll deliver by noon with a full set of paper products and utensils. Papa Kelsey's is the choice for your office lunch today. Call 241-5111. Who's your Papa?
News Channel 5 weather.
All right, welcome back, everyone. For our Wednesday morning, of course, we have our Bike to Work Day for the Grand Valley as well as in Montrose, and it looks like it's going to be warming up pretty quickly over the next several hours here. So if you plan on biking to work, I would say really the next couple of hours here are the best times to do it before it gets too warm outside. So we're looking at sunny skies, light southeast winds, temperatures climbing to the mid-70s by around 9 a.m. Now, as far as this morning, it is pretty warm out there, pretty comfortable actually in Grand Junction. We're at 60 degrees right now with southeast winds currently at 10 miles per hour, and fairly similar conditions this morning in Montrose as well. We're at 59 right now with east-southeast winds currently at 8 miles per hour for you folks. Quite a bit cooler as you head up towards Glenwood Springs, though. Current temps are at 46 this morning, so definitely not biking weather right now, but it will warm up pretty quickly over the next couple of hours, and we're looking at calm conditions so far this morning. Currently in the mid-40s as well in Aspen, just a touch cooler at 44 degrees with light winds out of the southeast at 8 miles per hour. So, of course, today, as we've mentioned before, it's going to be probably the warmest day of the year so far, with temperatures reaching into the middle 90s. Relatively calm today as well, so not much relief from the heat in the form of winds as well as any cloud cover. But tomorrow, as those warm temperatures stick around, we will see at least some relief in the form of some gusty winds out of the southwest during the afternoon hours. So with that in mind, also the low humidity values across the region, we do have some fire weather concerns to talk about. A fire weather watch for much of northwest Colorado, including Rio Blanco and Moffat counties, as well as southern portions of Delta and most of Montrose counties, and this will be in effect from Thursday afternoon through much of Thursday evening. Now, as far as today is concerned, we have red flag warnings in effect for much of eastern Utah, so that's when we're starting to see those winds approach the region today, but those will really pick up once we head through Thursday and our Friday afternoon. So again, high pressure keeps most of us in western Colorado calm today. We will stay dry today as well, with just thunderstorms staying to the east side of the Continental Divide for the most part. So it's going to be a dry, very warm day for us today. Also very calm today before those winds approach us here ahead of our approaching cold front that won't be moving through until around the lunch hour on our Friday. So in the meantime, we're looking at a very warm day across the western slope. Starting off in the Roaring Fork Valley today, we're reaching into the 90s for folks from Newcastle through Glenwood Springs, 90 today in Carbondale, and 86 for our high in Basalt. And down towards the Uncompahgre River Basin, it's going to be even warmer. We're looking at 98 today in Delta, 95 in Olathe, and 94 for our high in Montrose. So really across the board, this is very warm conditions. We probably won't be wanting to stay outside for too long today. It won't be very comfortable this afternoon. We'll top out at 95 this afternoon in Grand Junction, with just maybe a few high clouds passing through this afternoon. Probably not to the extent that what we've seen over the past several days, though. So again, that won't provide us with much relief this afternoon. Tonight, skies remain mostly clear with an overnight low of 63 degrees here in Grand Junction. Light winds out of the southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now, as we head towards Thursday, it's actually going to be a touch warmer here in Grand Junction, topping out at 96 degrees. But again, as I mentioned, we'll see those winds picking up during the afternoon, so that will at least provide us with some relief from the heat. Those winds stick around as that cold front moves through on Friday afternoon, and that vernal boundary will cool us down as we head towards this upcoming weekend, with our highs in the upper 80s to low 90s for both Saturday and Sunday. Corey?
Taylor, thank you very much. In our news from around the nation, a tornado-producing storm that hit central Indiana yesterday damaged several homes in Indianapolis and its outskirts. That's just one incident of a rash of severe weather that hit several parts of the country. Marley Hall has the latest.
Storm chasers captured a tornado touching down in Plainfield, Indiana Tuesday. It tossed an RV into this home in Hendricks County. No one was hurt, and people there are just starting to clean up.
I realize everybody's okay and everything. Now we just got to get repaired.
Near Kentwood, Louisiana, a powerful storm packing high winds and rain snapped a tree and sent it crashing into a home.
I actually, to start with, thought that the tree got hit by lightning and fell, and like the whole house started shaking so bad that I couldn't stand up.
In LeSueur, Minnesota, mud invaded the dining room of this family's home after massive flooding in the area. The Carlsons are okay, but can't move the mud.
That anything that just kind of jars it a little bit would be enough for those rafters to break and everything to go down.
Heavy rains caused flash flooding in parts of Fort Worth, Texas, Tuesday afternoon. The high water rose to several feet, flooding streets and stalling motorists. And no rest for people in that part of the Lone Star State. More isolated thunderstorms are expected tonight. Marley Hall, CBS News.
Some good news for some in those areas. Calmer weather is expected today for central Indiana and Louisiana. Thanks for sticking with us this morning. We'll be right back after this quick break.
When I first sat down, she went, "We're very nice people."
Hi, Charlie.
Did you know that you were a funny kid?
3 days old.
Did you really just ask me that?
This is too personal. See what we do at CBS this morning?
A lot of fun.
Everyone likes more of a good thing, like more TV. With Charter TV, all the HD you want is already included, even your local channels. And you get access to tons of on-demand movies and shows. Plus, there are no outages in bad weather, like with satellite. So you can depend on the best picture and sound during your favorite shows. And how about more internet? Everybody wants more internet. Charter's 20 times faster than DSL, with enough speed and bandwidth for all your family's devices. With that much speed, everyone can stay connected all the time, share photos, upload videos, and play games with family and friends with no slowdowns. How about more talk time with unlimited calling, great features, and no extra fees like the phone company charges? So you want more? You got it. The Charter Triple Play from $89.85 a month with no contracts. Call 866-251-2139. If you're stuck in a contract, we can help. Ask us how.
Be sure to watch CBS This Morning on your favorite station in Western Colorado. That would be KREX-TV, News Channel 5, for news and information that the Western Slope depends on. And congratulations on 60 great years of broadcasting, Western Colorado's first and still most watched TV station. Wow.
Taking a look at this morning's health headlines, researchers in Pennsylvania say using local anesthesia for hip repair rather than general anesthesia does not lower the risk of death, but it could make for a modestly shorter stay in the hospital. In the U.S., more than 300,000 people fracture a hip each year. The study in the Journal of American Medical Association finds that local anesthesia may reduce complications after surgery. And new research shows that patients suffering from insomnia are not at an increased risk of developing high blood pressure. Previous research had suggested sleep disorders could put a strain on the cardiovascular system. But a larger study in Canada says insomnia does not drive up blood pressure. And a new study looks at the challenges of helping people with low self-esteem. Canadian researchers found patients with a negative self-opinion often reject optimistic or encouraging feedback. The study says a more effective form of therapy is to acknowledge the person's negative feelings and try to sympathize. We're joined now by meteorologist Taylor Canoost. And Taylor, we are actually not talking about meteorology right now. I'm tossing it over to you for sports.
That's right. I'm wearing a couple of hats today. And
yes.
I'm thinking I need a cool nickname like our old sports director Josh Moser had, the Mo's Nose.
I think so too.
What do you think about the Canoost is on the loose or something?
The Canoost is on the loose.
All right, there we go. We're doing that one. All right.
Watch out, folks. The Canoost is on the loose.
Doing sports and weather. Look out. Okay.
I love it.
All right. Well, in their first week of action, the Rockies have seen a few blowouts, a walk-off home run, and the Ogden Raptors, who they took on last night for the second time this season. Both teams had runs in bunches. The Rockies were the ones who started it off first. In the second inning, with Denzel Richardson up, drives this one right down the third base line past Troy Stein. He scores and watches Dom Nunez cross the plate as well. Now, Richardson had his chance to score on the very next at-bat, brought in by Omar Carrizales. And then in the top of the third, a scary moment for pitcher Tony Bryant. His pitch goes line drive off the bat, and he is hit in the leg. He goes down in obvious pain, but by the looks of it, all he needed was some time to collect himself because he bounces up and goes right back to the mound. So that's one tough guy right there. Now back to the action now in the top of the 6th, where the Raptors would score 4 runs. Colin Herring provided the equalizer with this blast to center field. It goes off the wall for a ground rule double that would score 2, and we are all knotted up at 5. Rockies weren't settled with that, though, right off in the bottom of the 6th. No, this is not the same play we were just showing you, but oddly enough, it looks just the same with the Richardson hit flirting with the third baseline once again, sending home Stein and Nunez. This time, though, these 2 runs put the Rockies up for good, winning this one 8-6 with Game 2 tonight at 7:05. Now turning to the World Cup, we are almost out of group play, and more spots on the round in the round of 16 are being filled up. It was Italy and Uruguay yesterday. The Italians were back against elimination, and Uruguay with a chance to advance. It was physical from the beginning. 3 players were penalized. This is a red card to Claudio Marchisio, and that would leave Italy a man down for the rest of the match. Now in the 79th minute, Uruguay gets a card. This one to Luis Suarez, who had both goals in the last game against England. But here he gets called for biting Giorgio Chiellini. It's only a yellow card, though, so he was able to stay in the game. And there he is showing the bite right there on his shoulder. Now, shortly after that call, Uruguay's Gaston Ramirez from the corner. You see this play all the time, but here it works. Diego Godin gets the header in to go from the box, and that's all she wrote. Uruguay takes this one 1-0. They advance to the round of 16. All right, that's your look at sports. We'll be right back right after this break.
What makes Ford America's best-selling brand? Is it the fuel-efficient cars, trucks, and SUVs? Or the technology designed to keep you connected? Is it the vehicles that practically park themselves and give you a hand when yours are full? All those things help, but what's made Ford America's best-selling brand is people like you. Now get up to $39.90 total savings or 0 for 60 plus $1,500 bonus cash. Or lease a Focus for just $159 a month. Visit your local Ford store today.
Did you know the VFW is open to the public? Your local VFW Post 1247 welcomes people of all ages in order to support veterans in the local community. Join us for nightly specials and events and connect with those who have served our great nation. Have a private event? Our banquet hall is available for use year-round and is extremely affordable, with all proceeds benefiting local veterans and charities. Come on down and relax with us at your local VFW Post.
Great news, ladies. The most exciting advancement in mammography in 30 years is here at Family Health West in Fruita. It's called 3D tomosynthesis, and it simply provides a faster, more precise, and far more comfortable mammography than has ever been available before. Yes, you do have a choice in healthcare, a better choice. 3D mammography available at Family Health West. To schedule your no-wait 3D mammo, call 858-2503 today.
Angelina Jolie might be giving up the spotlight, but the Queen of England walked right into it. Wendy Gillette has your eye on entertainment.
Queen Elizabeth got the royal tour on the set of the hit series Game of Thrones in Ireland. The 88-year-old monarch met some of the cast and examined props and scenery. She took an extra close look at the show's sword-covered throne, but declined to try it out. Angelina Jolie says she's ready to slow down her acting career. The Oscar winner was in Tokyo promoting her newest film, Maleficent. She said she's planning to cut back on her movie roles to redirect her career.
I'm not retiring completely, but I'm going to focus more on writing and directing and my humanitarian work.
Maleficent is a retelling of the classic tale of Sleeping Beauty. It's already Jolie's biggest blockbuster ever, raking in over $500 million in ticket sales. May the Force be with Chicago. That's where Star Wars creator George Lucas is creating a storytelling museum. Much of it will house Lucas's own collection of art, film memorabilia, and movie posters. The Lucas Museum of Narrative Art is set to open in 2018. That's your eye on entertainment. Wendy Gillette for CBS News, New York.
All right, currently it's not too bad outside. 60 right now in Grand Junction, 59 in Montrose, and 50 this morning in Rifle. But conditions are going to heat up pretty quickly across the region, reaching the mid-90s this afternoon. Loma 96, Fruta 95, and 97 today in Palisade. Up on the Grand Mesa, pretty warm as well with mostly sunny skies. 85 today in Colburn, and down the I-70 corridor, we're looking at 90s across the board. 95 today in Quebec as well as in Parachute, and 93 for our high in Rifle. So yeah, a bit of a scorcher today.
A bit. We are just a few temperatures away from hitting those triple digits.
I know. I think there's a chance at least someone might reach it tomorrow afternoon. We'll have to wait and see. But
oh my goodness.
Yikes.
Everybody be ready for that.
That's right.
The Canuce is on the loose.